Good morning from Fairfield, Idaho. I've got a 60-inch Massimo snowblower that's it's completely self-contained. It's made to attach to the front of an ATV or a UTV. I've got this on a 2006 Arctic Prowler 650. And I did have previously a Moose snowplow on it, a 5-foot plow. The mounts that came with this mount forward of what the Moose plow mounts are, and the Moose plow mounts are still on the bottom of the frame. A couple things about the installation. One, when it comes to the hardware that came with it, they were very generous with the hardware. I'll show you some of my leftovers here. You'll see in here that they've got extra ignition stuff. They've got U-bolts that are round in case you have a round frame. They have U-bolts that are squared or rectangular. If you have a rectangular frame, I happen to have a rectangular frame. And then even in the size that I have of a frame, they had different lengths. The first one I put on was too long and it would have gotten in the way of the mount, so I changed it out to some of the shorter ones. But pretty generous with the amount of hardware and selection that they gave you. They also gave you 2 mounting plates. This plate I'm going to save and possibly put on my skid steer. I could have got a snowblower for my skid steer, but my skid steer is an older one, just like my Arctic is, and it's got 17 gallons per minute hydraulic rather than the 30 something that's required to run some of those snowblowers. But anyway, let's get back to this. The mounting on it for me was fairly simple. You probably see down here I have a U-bolt around the frame right in front of the A-arm, and the plate wasn't wide enough to go up behind the A-arm for the next area, and the frame is webbed right there, and I did not want to drill through that. So what I did is I put the front bolts on, and that plate was so solid against there that I just left it with the 2 front bolts on. I may be criticized by you for doing that, but it seems extremely solid to me. Winch raises it a couple 3 feet off the ground. Pivots on this carrier that has some casters on it. The engine starts with electric start and runs off the battery on your UTV. It also starts pretty easy. Both times I've started it with the pull start so that I didn't pull off of my UTV. The wiring harness that came with it, I believe it was meant to go on a UTV or ATV, that the battery was up in the front, and on this one it's underneath the seat, so I did have to extend it, and I did have to come through the firewall, and you will have to go through the firewall for the wiring harness. I found a slot that it fits in, that the remote control fits in. This remote control runs the chute side to side. The chute runs real smooth, real fast. And that red switch there is what engages the auger, and then when it engages the auger, there's a red flashing light on the auger that's going. In anticipation of this coming, I put some I installed a windshield wiper. Knew I would need that. Rear lights, front lights. My original lights would go over this Moose snowplow, but not over this. And then I put a heater switch in here too. So. And like I say, it's fully self-contained. I got it for $3,000. I paid an extra $200 for an extended warranty, unconditional warranty, accidents, malfunctions, anything that they will repair or replace. And I believe that's about it for my introduction. I did get this on Thursday, and had to leave town on Friday. While it was gone, got a couple 3 inches. I installed it on Saturday and took it out for a test run on that couple 3 inches. And I plan on going out to my property later on. It's got probably about 18 inches, and see if I can start carving into that. And I'll get video from that. I'll mount the GoPro on the top. And when I go out to my property, I think I'm going to try to put my drone up so you guys can see it from overhead. Hope you enjoy the video. Okay, this is going to be the true test. I did find one problem already. It's about a 3-mile drive out here, and I started smelling burning rubber, so I came out and these wheels just don't want to do asphalt work. It just gets going too fast when I'm driving down the road. So I had to slow down the first gear in order to continue on with it. Here's an idea of what I'm going to try to take on. Punched a hole from the road with the backhoe a few days ago, and then there's been a few inches since then. But you can see I've got a pretty big drip down there to go through, and then the rest of the driveway, and we'll see how it does. Okay, back at the house. I did break the warning light off of it. Not a major deal. But here's several times I lost my gas cap, and I'm not sure if it was because the cover here does not let it go down. I'm going to actually have to carve some out in order to get to the oil cap. There's a separate oil check down there that I could use, but I'm going to get another gas cap, and I'm going to have to actually take some of this out in order to use this, because you could not get the gas cap all the way down with that on. And I saw on another video that somebody posted that they lit the cover completely off it so that they could access the gas cap. So I will have to get a replacement gas cap. And all in all, it did pretty well. I felt it was a little bit underpowered for what I was trying to do, but there was in the driveway, it was the complete height of that entire auger, that entire chute. So pretty heavy load that I was plowing. I suppose it would do great if you kept up on the snow as it came down, but here I went in at the end of the season and tried to clear out the driveway that had snow piled up on it. Anyway, that's my assessment. I think it was worth the $3,000. I'm going to have to do some modifications to it, tires, the cover, and a different gas cap.